In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator to create a haunted house poster. Your poster could look something similar to this example. The first thing that you need to do is go through your dark still life images and find one that would work for the poster. You need to have a space where you can put text on it. So this has a nice blank area here on the sides, a little bit on the bottom. Your image can go vertical like this one, or it can go horizontal. Either way is fine. Once you decide the image that you're going to use, you need to decide what you're going to do with it artistically. So what I did for mine was I adjusted the levels and then I put a gradient map on it. Yours could be different. It could be black and white, it could be just this original color one, so it's up to you and what you think looks good. So let's get started. So here's my image. The first thing that I'm going to do is click the Create New Fill or Adjustment Layer button and choose Levels. So just check your levels. If they don't need to be adjusted, then you don't have to do anything, but mine does need to be adjusted. I have a flat line here on the light values, so I'm going to take this slider and drag it over to improve those values in my image. Okay, back to the Layers panel. The next thing that I did for mine was create a new fill and adjustment layer, and I did gradient map. And the default for gradient map is black and white, but I chose this 3-color one right here, which is a preset that comes pre-made. And I wanted it to have some black, so I moved this color stop over, added another color stop, double clicked it, and then changed it to black. And then I moved these sliders around until I got the colors that I wanted. Okay, so what I'm going to do is save this. I will go to File, Save As, and I'm going to call it Poster Art, and I'm going to change it to a JPEG, and I'll go to my drive that has my name on it, go to my photo class, and I'm going to make a new folder called Haunted House Poster. And then I'll open that folder and I will save this into the folder. I'm going to make the quality maximum, which is 12, and then click OK. So I'm finished with Photoshop and I'm going to switch to Illustrator now. Here is the example poster opened in Illustrator. First go to File, New, and choose Print. We're going to choose this size right here, which is a common poster size. It's called Tabloid, and Tabloid is actually 11 inches by 17 inches. Next we need to put bleeds on this, and I'm going to put 1/8 of an inch bleeds, so that is 0.125, and when I put it in the first box, if I just click in one of the other boxes, it adds it to all of the sides. So when I click Create, now I have my blank document and this red margin line all the way around the outside. So my image has to touch or go over the red line, but my text has to say inside the white area. So let's place our image. Go to File, Place, navigate to your folder. So I put mine in my drive with my name on it, in my photo class folder, in my haunted house poster folder. There it is, Poster Art, and I will place. So now I get a little tiny icon, and I'll just go ahead and put it right up on this red line and click, and it places the image there. Now my image has already been sized. Your image might be huge, or it might be a little bit too small. So if you need to change the size of your image, just use a corner and hold down Shift to make it proportionate and drag it to whatever size you need it to be. If your image is so large that you can't see the edges, what you should do is on the keyboard, hold down Control and the minus key, minus, 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 until you can see the edges. Then you can grab the corner, hold down Shift, and make it the size that you need it to be. And Control 0 makes that fit the screen. What I'm going to do right now is save this. So File, Save As, and I will call it Haunted House Poster. And put my name on it. And I'm going to double check that I'm in my correct folder. So there's my drive with my name, photo class, Haunted House Poster, and it's an Adobe Illustrator project, and then click Save. So the next thing that I need to do is figure out what text goes on here. So in Google Classroom, under the Haunted House Poster project, here is the Haunted House Poster copy. So if I click and open that, copy is a technical term which refers to the written material which appears in a printed product. And this is usually given to you by the client. So it's the important information: who, what, where, when, and other details. And the most important thing is that this needs to be readable. So whatever font you use should be a font that looks good, but most importantly can be easily read. So let's go back to Google Classroom. I also left you a link to DaFont. So if we open that up, they actually have under holiday categories. I'm going to choose Halloween. You don't have to choose that. You could choose calligraphy or handwritten or any of these other categories that you want, but this is the one I went with, Halloween. And the font that I used is down here. It is called Halloween with one E. So to download that, click the download button. For students, this will go to the Downloads folder. And notice that it's going to be a compressed or zipped folder. So I'll click Save. Now I need to go unzip that. So I can click here and go to Show in Folder, or I can click on this little folder icon down here and do the same thing. So Show in Folder. There it is. You can see it has a little zipper on it. So I'm going to right click and go to Extract All. And the destination, it's going to put it back into the Downloads folder. So I will click Extract. And there it is. So Halloween. And I'm going to double click this one here, which says Open-Faced Font File. And simply click the Install button. Oh, and it's true, I already do have this on my computer, so I'm just going to skip this step. I don't want to replace it because I already have it. Okay, so that is how you add a font to the computer. So back in Illustrator, I'm going to get the text tool and click one time right here and write Haunted. And my text is black, so it doesn't show up on the background. So I'm going to click and drag to select that and then change the color. So let's try this orange color right here. And I want to change the size of it. By the way, if your swatches aren't showing, there's an alphabetical list right here under Windows, and you can get swatches from the list. So next thing that I want to do is change the size of the text. So here under the Properties panel, which can also be found under Windows Properties on the alphabetical list, I'm going to look down here under Character, and if my memory is correct, I chose size 150. And let's get my font, which should be in the H section. So let me scroll down here, and there it is right there. Okay, so get the Move tool, and I'm going to scoot this down, and I'm going to try a colored stroke on that. So I'm going to bring the stroke forward, and let's try this color, and I'm going to make it size, here's my stroke, and if your stroke isn't showing, again, alphabetical list, go down and open up stroke. I'm going to try size 3. Yeah, I like the way that that looks. And let me flip them. I think I like that a little bit better. I'm going to try 1.5. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so Haunted, and I'm going to hold down Alt on the keyboard. Whoopsies. I'm going to hold down Alt on the keyboard and drag a copy. Get the text tool, and I'll write house. Move tool, and I'll arrange these how I want them. So this is the main subject. You want to let people know what is it that's happening. It's the haunted house. So this is the largest text that I'm going to write on the page. So all of the other text is going to be smaller than this. So if we go ahead and look at this example, you can see that the most important thing is very large. It's in the fancy font. A couple of the other items are in the fancy font: the name of the band, the admission, the date, the time. And there's only one other font used, and it's a plain font, and it is other things that are less important but should be still be very readable. So who is it presented by, music by, at the door, the address, the phone number, and the website. So the information needs to be arranged on the poster in a way that is pleasing to the eye, that is readable, and is well spaced out throughout the poster. So save your changes when you are finished, and then turn your project in so that you get credit. That's it for this video.